Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest chapter of Akatsuki no Yona, also known as Yona the Dawn. Yona the Dawn, chapter 232, 2222, and let's just jump out of it. This was a good chapter. I'm serious. No, I actually really enjoyed the chapter. I know I've been shitting on the series for the past couple months, and I think I have every right to do it because it was not good. We have had some doozies of the chapters, but I can also acknowledge when we get back on track and when we get a goddamn good chapter. And this, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pretty damn good chapter. Not gonna lie. Because what do we start off with? Well, of course, Yon ran up with Val and stuff trying to rescue Mei-Nian and all that stuff at the end of the last chapter, right? And we're still in that situation at the very beginning. But, boom, Yon, of course, does not know that Hawk survived this flooding and everything. The opening cover page is absolutely hilarious with Yon's face. Just a big shock and stuff. It's like, okay, the group is back together. The dragons, Yona, Hawk, and Yon. We have our Happy Hungry Bunch and the Dark Dragon all back together again. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper, right? And this, I think the feeling, even though we don't get a whole lot of interaction between them quite yet, I think that just resonates through the chapter because we get 3 pages of just really nice reaction, just really Hawk and Yon is like, you're back, you survived the flooding, I knew it, but you worried me, you idiot, all that stuff. And then, of course, Val ends up collapsing due to his injuries and all that stuff. We also, after that, we will jump back to that in a minute, because I'm just going through the chapter here really quick. I've already read the chapter, of course. This next part, realistically, I can summarize this part very, very quickly. Basically, the generals, you have what's his name? You have Kaji, you have Raran, and the dude with the eye patch, I forget his name. But they are all chilling here as generals, just discussing what we already know. Like, okay, who is this dude? This dude is Hawk. He's a badass. He's awesome. They basically are wanking off Hawk, and then they also talk about the fact that Hiryu Castle is burning and stuff, so this all happened in real time. They discuss it. Chagol, of course, the emperor himself, the Lord Chagol, he shows back up and he's like, yes, I've come here and I've done what you all could not. This is pathetic, you guys, and he's talking his big game, he's talking his trash. I don't know why this guy is considered so great. Like, he really pissed me off, but he's villainous in the sense that we want to see this guy just get his face just mushed, you know what I mean? So, doing a good job writing a villain that we just want to see fucking taken down a couple of pegs, if not more. So definitely hyping that up, but is he good? Does he got the charisma of a villainous leader? Absolutely. He's leading these troops. They were down in the morality thing, and he's like, I have come here, what you generals could not do. The emperor, your leader himself, went to the battlefield and burned down the center hold, the kingdom, the castle that has stood for 1,000 years of our enemy. I went in there while you guys were fighting and losing. I went in there and burned down their goddamn home. So he's talking the big game and he's bringing up the morality and stuff, and he says, I shall forgive all of you fools, for you shall stand and we shall conquer and you shall win. And it's like, yeah, okay. So he's talking the big game and stuff. The guy with the eye patch acknowledges this. We also see that Mei-Nian is in the carriage. It is acknowledged that Kura'u, who I guess is his brother, that's why he had the tattoo as well. I must have forgotten that. Is he actually his brother, or is that a translation thing? But Chagol's brother, I guess, was the other. I'm the strongest general, and he fucking died. So they're acknowledging that he got killed by Hawk, and so now all the generals are just like, the Thunder Beast is amazing. So all these guys are telling the Emperor, yeah, this dude Hawk, he's fucking dangerous, just so you're clear. He's the cornerstone, he's the linchpin, he's the man. And like after 232 chapters, like they need to wank off Hawk for us. We already know. We already, as a collective community, have decided that Hawk is the best. We've already acknowledged he's number one. We've already acknowledged that fangirling and fanboying over Hawk is just the natural state of a Yona fan. So we don't need to be told this, but Chagol needs to get his ass in line and recognize he's got to be a member of the Hawk Wank. He's got to be, right? So, definitely an interesting little... It is actually interesting the way he's inspiring his troops. I'm not saying it's clearly working is my point, so you got to give him that begrudging respect because he's an asshole. He's a bitch. He's a lot of things, but he definitely knows how to pull the right strings to get what the results and what he wants and stuff. So you got to give him the begrudging respect that he showed up to a downtrodden battalion and said, "Get up and rise. We're about to conquer the whole world." And they're like, "Fucking yeah." So, you got to give him props for doing that job, right? Now, he claims that Val is dead, and this really shakes up a lot of the generals. They believe, and he tells them straight up. He said, "He betrayed me. He's dead." Though the Dromos haven't come back yet, so he might actually still be alive, though I doubt it. So clearly, the other Dromos that were sent after Val are either still chasing him or he managed to kill them all, which once again, that's the one downside of this chapter, but I'm not going to harp on it too much, is the fact of the whole Hyori thing in the Dromos, and the fact that these Dromos should not be as strong as they are. I don't give a fuck. There's too many plot and power creep reasons as to why these guys should not be doing what they're doing. So the fact that Hyori is basically dead, or we believe he's dead, or he's dying, or whatever, or he lost, and he didn't kill it. He didn't hurt any of them, and Val was able to kill all these guys. No. See, we have inconsistency here with the Dromos. So I'm assuming the Dromos are still actively out there going after Val. Might have injured a few, might have killed one, and now he's going after them. But he tells all his generals, if you see him, so we know we're going to have a crazy confrontation, because all the generals are shocked, and none of them want to think of it this way. He also tells his troops that the position is ready, so if you find him and you kill him, anybody who finds him and executes him, and if you don't execute him, that's treason, and you're against me too, and you'll be executed. So there's actually a lot of plot going on in this scene, and it's actually very good. It sets up a lot of stuff. Sparing him is an act of treason, all that fun jazz. And the other guy, what is his name? Kuja. The other general guy notices Mei Nian in the carriage, but looking completely, defeated and stuff like that. So, definitely interesting. We jump back to the fact that Val collapsed and all that stuff. So after that scene, which was a good scene, of course we don't want our bad guys winning. We don't want this asshole to get away with anything. But so far, he's winning, right? Because he captured Mei Nian, and he did this, and he did that, and he's inspired his troops, and yada, yada, yada. And no scratch on his fucking bald-ass face. So, yeah. So, someone got to take that tattoo right off of his ugly-ass chrome dome. But either way, we jump back over to the tent, and we see that it's probably been a little while. Val is all bandaged up and stuff, and he's thinking about... It's actually a really good scene, because Val wakes up, and of course Val is the hawk of their kingdom, if you want to look at it that way. Of course, there's so many parallels. Once again, not a huge fan that they've basically made carbon copies with Mei Nian and Val of Yona and Hawk, and trying to sort of recreate that with other characters. I think that's a bit of lazy writing, and it's too obvious that there's too many parallels, and it's much too obvious that's what they were going for. But nonetheless, this is a great scene between Hawk and Val, because Hawk has the blades and stuff, and he's like, you know what, you and I should chat for a bit, sort of idea. Val acknowledges that Hawk will not be able to be defeated if he's not at full strength. He can't beat Hawk. So it's like, all right, at least Val knows. He's like, I will be dead for sure if I try to fight him in this condition. There's no damn way. So either way, he still leaps up and tries to attack him. He's like, whoa, well, then I'll use the martial arts and stuff. Tries to catch him by surprise. Yon runs in and tells him exactly what to do. He's like, are you fighting? Are you trying to die? Eat this, stay put, get bed rest, do what I say. You're my patient now, so you have to fucking listen to me because I'm fucking Yon. I'm Mother Hen Yon. And I'm like, you better listen to him. And then Hawk's like, see, told you not to move. You didn't listen. And Yon's like, you are the one who doesn't listen to Mo. Shut the fuck up, Thunder Beast, and sit the fuck down. And yes, Yon. Yes, Yon. So it's actually a really nice scene. We see the dragons, of course, too. They're trying to the little how guy, the Mei Nian's little squirrel thing. Shina's trying to feed the little squirrel and stuff like that. Then we have the nice scene. It's just nice to see the dragons interacting. Zeno's helping out Shin-ah. Hawk is, making fun of both jae-ha and Kija and stuff, and it's also very fun. Hawk then offers, this is a really nice scene. It's a really nice page and panel just pacing. He offers, some food to Val, and Val says, like, I'm a captive. Are you not? Why are you helping me and stuff? And he's like, you plan on interrogating me, jailing me, torturing me, executing me, whatever. I'm going to put up a fight regardless. So why are you acting this way? And that's when Hawk just says, you saved Yona. I don't need another reason to share a meal with you. So eat and get better. And it's just like, Hawk is always going to be the man, isn't he? Do I need any other reason to share a meal with you? You saved Yona. I don't give a shit about the detail. You saved Yona. Good enough for me, right? So, and this is where and Val's like, wait, what? And that's when Zeno and the dragons, they all say, like, you might feel down because you're on your own, but you're actually the most lucky person in the world to be an enemy and actually have done what you did, because you saved Yona, and because he's your ally, that makes us your ally. Having Yona your ally makes us your ally, and Hawk's like, and not to mention our princess too. So you literally just sat your ass into one of the best positions you can possibly be, because we don't have a choice. We don't need to know the details. You saved Yona, and Yona says that you're okay. We don't need any more else. And I love the camaraderie between them. This is why the Happy Hungry Bunch being back together works so damn well. Scenes like this, they're just done so damn well. And then we jump over to a scene with Yona and soo-won and Ki-sok and stuff like that. She says, like, here's what I want to do. I'm going to take former General Val the captive. I'm going to leave for South Kai with the Thunder Beast and the dragons and to go save Mei Nian. And it's like, yep, I'm going to do all that. And they're like, really? Yeah, like, wait a minute, sort of idea. And this is where they're acknowledging all the different politics, like maybe her going back there, suffering from the same disease. They argue all the politics and stuff, and you read the chapter. You don't need to know. They're basically rehashing what the information is and fighting both sides of that argument, right? She's got the same disease. Well, maybe she'd be better off dead. I don't see it that way. Yada, 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 right? And then acknowledges that Hawk and the dragons might be needed. My presence is not that helpful at all, so why can't I go? And, basically says, like, if the 4 dragons are unwell and in the midst of the war, we're going absent. And it's like, I'm needed? I don't think so. I understand the dragons and I understand Hawk, but my presence doesn't mean anything on the battlefield and stuff. And then soo-won, great moment here. You are shocking Yona. You are, as in I'm needed. You are needed. You are needed here. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because soo-won, once again, has not had the opportunity. I don't know why they just, what are they waiting for? Chapter 300 to give us the soo-won Hawk? Please, not chapter 300. That's way too long. But please, for the love of God, give us Hawk and soo-won talking. But soo-won, of course, has gone through this revelation that has been maybe not forgotten about by the community, but of course has been pushed to the side because we were focusing on the Val and Mei Nian and Chao Gol and the Dromos and all the bullshit. We forgot that he went through a monologue and a revelation and a character development moment. And so he's done pretending to a point, I think. So he's acknowledged Yona's, of course, usefulness and all that stuff, and says, you are needed here. And here's the thing, is that soo-won wasn't just saying that to placate her or to just for his own selfishness. It's like, you are needed, because boom, end of the chapter happens, and this is even more hype. I'm like, okay, this chapter's pretty good. Never expected this. We get our old friends from the Xing Kingdom back, the Queen and her royal guards. We get all the original guys are back. Here they are, boom. And she even states, as she walks forward, we got, the badasses behind her, and says, we are here to repay Yona's generosity. So it's like, if Yona's not there, she's got to be the mediator, because they'll listen to Yona. They're not going to listen to soo-won, but they'll listen to Yona because Yona, of course, forms the bonds and the attachments and all that stuff. So it's fantastic. We see the dragons and Hawk acknowledge, oh, they're here. We answered the summon to repay Yona's debt. Not, so it's like, all right, and repay Yona's kindness and stuff. And I'm like, this is a damn good chapter. So this exciting end to the chapter, probably the best ending for a chapter in a good long while. So yeah, I really enjoyed this chapter. I absolutely did. I thought once at any point where the scene seemed to be dragging on and we were rehashing shit, boom, they'd jump away and we get another good scene. The opening scene with Yona and Hawk, very nice. Then the scene with Chagol and stuff, and seeing the villainous side of things and all the different developments that Val betraying, Mei in the end is back, Chagol burned the castle, all the effects that's happening on the enemy side, on the other side of the enemy lines, right? Very good information to have there. Jump back over, we get the great scene with the dragons and Val and stuff, and acknowledging Val. Listen, you no danger from us because you saved Yon. We're gonna get you on the same page, all right? All good. Then we get Yona and all her stuff, and boom, talking about we got to go save Minian, we got to do this, we got to do that, and boom, what happens? Even if that scene felt like it was going to end a little weak, no, it's not ending weak because the Zing Kingdom is here. Let's go. So, what a chapter! What a great way to end a chapter. Haven't had an ending to a chapter like this in a while. I would argue one of the best endings that I did not see coming. It was just out of nowhere, but it worked. It wasn't like, okay, plot convenience. No. It works. It makes sense. And it was like, yes, did not see that coming. Let's go. It makes you hype, right? So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the ending of this chapter. I think it was the highlight, honestly. If not the scene with Hawk saying, do I need a reason? You saved Yon. Do I need another reason to share a meal with you? Great fucking line, great scene. If not that, then the ending part, we're here to repay Yona's generosity. It's like, yes, let's go. Good callback, good setup, good follow. It's just, all right, we're starting to turn this arc around. This arc has been nothing but a roller coaster of like moments like this and then like shit in the bed and then back up again. So what a roller coaster of an arc, but that's the chapter review. That's the end of the chapter. What did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe as always. And don't forget to drink responsibly, as I always do. And, of course, happy Thanksgiving to all Canadians. It was Canadian Thanksgiving long weekend. It was great. I hope you enjoyed your beer, football, your turkey, whatever you did to celebrate if you're a fellow Canadian. If not, well, sucks to be you. I got a 3-day weekend. So, anyways, but that's it. So we'll see you guys back here next time for chapter 233. And I haven't been this excited for a few months now because the chapters have been sort of, But now that the chapters are going a bit back up this way, like a chapter like this, I get a few more of these. I'll be back on top praising Yona. So let's go. Very excited for chapter 233 of Yona of the Dawn. I know you guys are looking forward to it because I certainly am. Great chapter. See you guys back here next time. Bye-bye.